Hi everyone, welcome to this fourth sub-module, How to Appreciate Rejection and Enjoy Acceptance. Let us start with acceptance first before rejection. You may still remember this workflow. If you manage to convince the editors that you have corrected and improved your manuscript based on the recommendation by reviewers, you will get an acceptance notice from the journal. From there onwards, the final paper will be sent to the publisher for copy editing, formatting, and payment for open access. At this point also, you will get a message from the publisher to approve a proof version of your article. This is where you need to double and triple check all the figures and wordings are correct. Make sure the author names are also correct. Remember that problems may arise during conversion of your Word article to the double column format that journal normally used. Check all thoroughly. I remember one case where the journal mistakenly repeats a figure twice and deleted another main figure. Fortunately, we checked this thoroughly and informed the journal about the mistake before publication. If you realize the mistake after publication, you may need to write to the editor and ask for a corrigendum which will appear along with your published paper. However, please avoid doing this if possible and identify the mistakes during early proofing stage. Now, after the paper has been accepted and published, you can enjoy with your supervisors and lab mates. Go out and eat. Throw a party, or whatever activity that may interest you. Remember, you have done the hard work to get this paper. It is a long journey, from experimental planning and execution, data analysis, paper writing and finally journal reviewing. Celebrate this success and hopefully you will write and publish more papers in the future. Unfortunately, if your paper gets rejected, remember, it is not the end of the world. There are a lot of journals out there to try out. Every time we got a rejection, we improve until the paper is really solid at the end. Anyway, there are ways that we can appreciate rejection and move on. I would usually take a one-day break after getting the rejection and then start fresh to read the comments one by one. I will ask, are their concern justified? If yes, I will make necessary improvement and submit to other target journals. However, before you do that, remember to change formatting and cover letter information to this newly selected journal. Before we end, I would like to give a couple more advice. First, remember in writing, less is more. Avoid lengthy meaningless sentences. The next thing is remember that the biggest problem is not lack of ideas or skills to write. Most of the time the problem is procrastination. The practice of carrying out less urgent tasks in preference to more urgent ones or doing more pleasurable things in place of less pleasurable ones, and thus putting off impending tasks to a later time, sometimes to the last minute before the deadline. That's all folks, and thank you everyone for joining me through these 4 modules. Hope you learned something from this class and I wish you all the best for your scientific article writing journey.